another little quiz. Money. And the electricity in my apartment shut off right now. I'm a victim of a hate crime. You're gonna have that wrong, that makes me waste my time. I misstate Anderson County. I'm a victim of a hate crime of abuse of death, domestic violence, genocide. Mostly everyone in my family avoided stupid. So they try to rape me, they steal my money, they get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my vehicles, they stay in my homes without my permission, they're disgusting. I don't drive I've never been a part of either of the he says, she says. Well, I've never talked to anyone in my family or way for the most part. They're stupid. They're stupid. They try to find out treatment about other people with the he said, she said. They're always going to be in the know of everyone else's disgusting. They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? They want to find out all of this. That tells you something. You're stupid. There's decades since I was a child. You're stupid. When I financially stable, I plan to grow up with other people do. I got to the class of very, very young. I'm more pen. This. I need some sleep. More. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? My parents arrange marriages for me with people that don't like me. So they try to remind me every day of how stupid they are. As a my education for how to be a woman. They're stupid. They mistreat me because I don't allow them to rape me. Or I take them out on a date. I don't ever take them out. I don't even take them out on a date because of respect. It's embarrassing. Doesn't know how to learn. It's stupid. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicle because everyone doesn't know where I'm receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. It's May 9, 2025. They find leeches that try to lure me into talking to him. So he assumes that I'm a drug addict. Or a little popsicle, while he attracts for me. He doesn't know how to gauge intelligence. He's dumb. He's the one that is severely delayed in stupidity. So he put leeches in front of me, that is all, thinking that if I see the leeches, I'll get something in common with them. and start talking to them about him or contact him. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, un abusador asqueroso. He's a rapist, murderer, and thief, a drug addict, I've heard. That I don't ever want near me. Even the competition behind Suarez and his sons that raped me to steal my money, even though they miss me. I think their names are Alex, Ivory, Andrew. Um, International. To support it into trafficking me into my parents' home illegally, so he rapes me there. Like I'm una lisiada estúpida que no sabe manejar un vehículo, nunca se me to treat me as if I'm a 2-year-old for the rest of my. He's stupid and embarrassment, so gross. That was a wife, husband, and children, no fucking women. Try to pass it along and then being annoying because he steals from his life and get ahead and date him. So he's trying to do that too. He's not done that. He wants me to talk to sad people. And he'll be like, well, since I stole your money, these are your kids instead of mine. You know, I have a penis and you don't have a penis. El tipo muy puerco, no se va a relacionar con las movies that worship. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. Anyways, you can give me money through my GoFundMe campaign. What else? What else? I missed data. I was looking for red wines. What else? Got food over. I'm gonna order food for myself. They're Uber Eats. I won't allow those leeches to belittle me because I deliver food. They're Uber Eats in 2019 for me to sustain eating at a hotel. I mean, restaurants. All those leeches steal my money and cause my starvation, trying to rape me. So behind the scenes, they want to mock me. And then I did Uber Eats while they steal my money, and they were all the important restaurants with Albert and Alex and Richie. Oh, and her having Les and David Ledesma. Don't forget about Jerry Garcia. They rape each other, pretending that they're with one on each other. They're disgusting. They're stupid. They killed my mother, trying to get my attention, trying to rape me. They're disgusting. I'm taking the death penalty for thousands of people. Then I'm a victim of abuse, theft, genocide. I'm born. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people. Ideally, polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate how means a lot of sons of sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of mercy and money. They're so gross. They lure people into rape. They're disgusting. They don't understand orgies and then they fly out to Italy and go, oh my god, here look at all these people. On my dick. Wow, estúpido, una asquerosidad. Un cuerpo. Asquerosidad. Ese tipo. Wow, this is so slow. Wow. El tipo loco. He's embarrassing. So gross. Is it Andrew? Is it Albert? Is it Leach? Basuran? Alex? Paul? They're disgusting. What else? What else? I don't know. Then he tried to have Edgar take data and money out of school to get every time that I say the word coffee. Then he tried to get Edgar to take data and Kehlani out of school since he data and Kehlani rape every time that I say the word coffee. They're disgusting. You can decapitate me having a sort of son that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your safe money. They're terrorists. If my guys have coffee toss. Where's the coffee? There's coffee. Is there no Starbucks? I don't know. Oh, good cheese. Where is it located? Is a option. Or is that? You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. Everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money around the state in my homes without my permission. Everyone that steals my money. So when they're all dead. What else? I can tolerate abuse towards myself taking on me, so I don't want this to be just a thing. I want it to go beyond that and come into the death penalty of the people that raped me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money, that traffic me, thinking that I'm their sex slave. They're disgusting, so gross. Yeah. He wants to kill everyone that was in those orgies and then become the god of orgies that no one ever knows how he learned about orgies. And then he wants to be like, I got it right with all of you. He can't get anything right. What else? What else is on there? Has a huge following of beaches. Oh, this is basic. veggie sandwich with little buns and a coffee from somewhere else to arrive somewhere somewhere. What else? I'm talking the FBI, the Post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States. I talk Jaden and I talk Kimani. What else? 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 And I'm doing great. Posting on Facebook without blaming the people. Not steal from me. They got in the way of Mercy money. So they have like more than 20 years of basura. They talk about me that I don't need to know ever. They're sex addicts, rapists, porn addicts, so gross. They're thieves, murderers, full. So they thought that I would share what they do behind the scenes to try to torment me. Full, no, never. I want to shop H&M today. What else do I have? The keys to my apartment. Oh, that's right. There's more than one location here. River Center today. What else? What else? What else? The other one's perfect is far from perfect. I am gone from the planet dead today. He's stupid, has killed millions of people in him trying to achieve perfection for others. Es bruto, fo. An embarrassment. He's killed millions of people in the past 40 something years, trying to achieve perfection, trying to blame my parents for me not having sex with him instead of just being patient or blaming himself for his stupidity or his non attraction to me. Es bruto, una asquerosidad. Oh, I don't ever want that near me. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm looking for Red Byron here. What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Buscay, Buscay San Juan, straight to my heart, Early Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, I am Fire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-07. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? I'm gonna visit the beach with Jen and Kimberly next week. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Where is Red Byron? Mysterious ceremony. But I'm financially stable. I think to travel to new people. I really believe everything. I don't need to fix him somehow. So because I refuse to get raped by females that he wants to try to suggest that I get raped by, he causes my starvation so that I suffer in some way. He's stupid. Is that Andrew, the oldest? You can decapitate me. How many sons that rape me that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money? He's stupid. He's a sex addict. So he goes on to have sex with leeches. And then he treats me as if I'm low level leech, like that leech que le paga masaje y la lleva a comer con dinero que me roba, porque esa por lo menos hace el esfuerzo de mamarle el pene a él, and I don't do any effort. He's not worthy of my sex. When is he gonna get that? What else? 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 I hope he starved me out of food, out of a home, my children being separated from me. Ese tipo es un puerco asqueroso si se cree que I'm gonna go near him. Es una basura, un leash, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 an embarrassment to the Lorenzo clan. Fo. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. He's killed millions of people being a sex addict, so stupid, so gross, embarrassing. I don't ever want him in my life. Laughing at the leash that thinks that he understands. I'm gonna fight for his dick. Y eso no es un hombre, y si por un hombre no se pelea. Dan un asco. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Just as a little for dick, I was like, oh, I don't need to go back and talk to them privately so that they get off and get sexually around with each other. Well, I say that they're stupid and that they're embarrassing because if they're not into humiliation, they're like, well, maybe I'll have to start when she calls me embarrassing. They're stupid. They're crying that the parents didn't take them to Disney enough times. So they became into pedophiles, rapists, murderers, and thieves. So gross. They're embarrassing. What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? This is my third day on Facebook, not posting the names of the leeches that steal from me. I'm excited. I'm excited. Look at them. What else? I miss dating Miss Kaylani. I miss dating Miss Kaylani. What else? 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 I'm bored. You can PayPal me. There's where you can give me money. Oh, I want to delete this. My siblings are so gross. They're trying to control something as if it's my vagina. So they're like, we want to get her email password. We need her password for her PayPal account, something that we can control. So that isn't her vagina. So we don't get accused of rape. It's just as disgusting, gente. They're just as disgusting. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. So gross. They're always lying to people. Whoa. Ew. For petty fucks. Ew. They rape so grossly. Ew. They're embarrassing. I'm born. Oh, there's it's a terrible. Then also he steals my money and stars me on purpose. So I look down with my interactions with people and he tells he gets off of that. He's like, hi, don't give a shit done. That's why he lures them in, le paga. He's like, look at who our Facebook friends are. But my dad made sure that people know everywhere that he's lured in leeches to be around me, and because I suffer from amnesia, I would most likely add them to Facebook as the people that steal from me. What else? El tipo pierde tanto tiempo, ahora se le caiga el pene. Y eso de sangre por ahí mismo. You can decapitate me how many sort of sons of sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way mercy money. They're embarrassing, they're disgusting. So I really what else? He's just jerking off to whatever people posted and people want to participate. They're like, aquí estoy con mi comentario en Facebook in 2020. They're like, Andrew must be reading this. Y Master Ramos, así que yo quiero participar. If that's his name, they're disgusting to me. I don't even remember. What else? You can decapitate me how many sort of sentences everything the same way when you get annoyed. He killed my mother, trying to have a conversation with me and trying to blame my mother for me not having sex with him. He's very unappealing, he's very abusive, he's very gross. I don't want him in my life ever. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? Right there. Finish this. Yes, give me money today. What else? Understanding this money. Excuse me. What else? What else? What else? Radar. What else? What else? I'm tagging the Afghan. The Post NATO Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my home without my permission, everyone that steals my money, everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money, everyone that steals my vehicles. It's May 9th, 2020. No sound. Like Rob said, listen. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I never think about any of them ever. So that was the kickers on there. In 2022, my satisfaction is like wait until they know that I never think about them, that I never include them in my life, that I never seek anything to know about them. I hope they kill themselves for stealing from me, Jada, and Kehlani. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. Let me share this. Attention. What else? I took some great pictures of the plants. Oh, next one. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I took this earlier. This earlier. What else? So they're using the excuse that they still that is truly unique. They can't be me. They're delusional. Every fucking day pretending that they're me. They're stupid. They're stupid. Ew, ew. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they see me. Oh, no fucking way. Ew. They look in the mirror and they see me. Ew. Oh, qué asco. Ew. Anyways, they were warned decades ago to stop stealing from me. It's not a picture of something, a command from me. It's called respect. It's called the FBI. What else? 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 Is there lunch here? Is there lunch here? Oh, that's what it was. It's so close to. Attention. I'm listening to music from the radio. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Attention. So now you understand Mom Leach devote attempts to my second cousin Sunny. That he's trying to kill me, he's using you to kill me. So you going on to say, oh no, she's using Pandora. It's free. She shouldn't be compensated. Not even as a gift for money. You're just supporting terrorism and my second cousin raping me and stealing from me. You're nothing to him. I don't want to tell you to your face. You mean nothing to him, and he may mean everything to you. What else you can say? Competent. I want to marry. They have these citizens, systems that make me still make money, getting lawyers, money. They're stupid. They're stupid. We're not financially stable, plan to travel planning before the equity investment. I said that movie today. It's for fun. I want to watch TV. I want to bathe. And what else? And then you put from room service. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. I'm born. I'm born. I'm born. The brilliance here. I'm poor. I hate being poor. What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to shop at H&M today. I want to eat pizza. It's my third day at not blaming people on Facebook for stealing from me. I knew I would get here. I just didn't know when. I predicted 5 years. So, based on what I witnessed, I thought it's possibly 3 years. But in my case, I had already been counseled decades ago. To be patient, hopefully is not 10 years. But there's been victims that don't remember every perpetrator for about 10 years ago, that those are the ones that leech on to, like, well, tell me, what is it that happened? And people are like, well, fulana is stealing from you. But you're literally like hanging out with someone that steals from you and they're luring you in and you end up forgetting your name, I've heard. by hanging out with people that go on to tell you like, well, I know this one is stealing from you, but they're also stealing from you. That person that's telling you who steals from you, they're embarrassing. They haven't reached adulthood. They're still girls. Yeah. What else? Andrea Viola, but he's like with these hot bodies. No man that is far away can have them, and I can. They're stupid. Ya se dejan violar. They're like, wow. Aquí tenemos a alguien que parece un hombre. Que dice que si yo estuviera por allá por Francia, que había hombres tan bellos mamándome las tetas y no puede porque yo soy exclusiva aquí en Puerto Rico de agua, porque yo no quiero viajar. Soy me mama las tetas. Y él se cree que I'm gonna say how a day one day. He's disgusting. He's stupid. People start saying to those, but why are you with them? Why he doesn't respect you? And she says, well, exactly. I don't know if my friends would respect me or not. And then people say, well, you don't have self-respect. We're going to have to seek jail time for you because you went to seek him. As if he's this like god wow, because of his good looks. He does like great job in bed and muy parado en la playa. Wow, cuando hay gente con my friends are like, "Mami, mira, esta mami me va a llevar con no clavo conmigo. Sorry, let me take your husband away." I'm like, that's not my husband. You're disgusting. Why are you even here? I hate uninvited guests into my parents' home decades ago. They're like, are being questioned by the police. Then why we steal from you? There's two there's two I rather be celibate until I find people that I'm interested in. And I'm most likely gonna end up with one of your second primos that has abused you possibly. Pero my second cousins botaron la bola with how many millions of people they've killed trying to rape me. But I have the most monkeys that follow me. There's thousands of people in my family of origin that haven't achieved adulthood that are sex addicts, rapists, murderers, and thieves. They're embarrassing, so gross. There's nothing exclusive about that. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, they steal my money, they get away with receiving money trying to rape me and my children before they didn't get born. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting. They help me with more than this one. That killed my mother. And they facilitated that for him. They think that I'm just gonna, they think that whatever they put their minds to, they can get. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. They're like, whoa, they're gonna get for a único handsome man out there. Pero como it is just to them, like el único mexicano que existe en este planeta. Oh, they're embarrassing back then. No viajan. Esa nena y esa nena no viajan. They don't have a global view. And they're like, what? I'm here with a Mexican. So ella se cree que van a ser por ese Mexican como ella se empapa. They thought that I was the same story. Like, I married my mother. And now he has me trapped into marriage. I'm happy he's raping me. They're not useful. People that I grew up around for the most part, they're not useful. What? My family of origin isn't useful. Esto lo puede hacer anyone with my skills, anyone that even knows how to order off the internet, porque la pasta de guayaba la venden en Amazon.com. Por años. I bought myself a Sims video game from there. Working I'm like a homeowner with all my homes, with all my vehicles. So whenever I forget what a home is, I'm just gonna be able to pretend that I'm in my home right now. That was decades ago. You can decapitate me from mis sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money, that give away my homes and my vehicles, my personal homes and my personal vehicles to anyone that sucks their dick illegally and they don't have a right to have my personal property. They're stupid. They fake a marriage with me just to collect anything that belongs to me, for them to use it, for them to snoop into my life, for them to find out who it is that likes me or not, to talk about me because they are sex addicts and they can't rape me. I won't allow it. So they want to have me in the conversation all the time still. Ew, ew, ew. They're embarrassing, so gross. In the meantime, my family of origin many times is scaring at the time. Oh, that's so much it too. With that. Angels looks like when I guess somebody mozzarella cheese, pearls, marinated in olive oil, and garlic with some basil. What else? What else? And crostinis. They've had pasta with jam. I think I bought it and had it tried. Had them try it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So what they're doing is basically those leeches because I have issues with my esophagus now. So they say, vamos a tomar un mojito. They dice jugo de China because they're like, finally, something exclusive that I can offer to our listeners that I can orange juice and alcohol. El tipo un puerco de se llama la tu vida se te va a ver peor, I'm gonna make sure. Ew, 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 ew. I hope he kills himself today. You can decapitate me having his water son. That raped me to steal my money and getting away with embarrassing money. I haven't showered properly in 3 days. I'm very overwhelmed. I don't have money for food. And what else? They want to make this seem as if this is how I live with Edgar. Edgar provided for me, Jaden and Kehlani all the time. I didn't miss a shower when I was with Edgar. They're stupid. Like, why do they not kill themselves for abusing me or for causing for Jaden and Kehlani to be separated from me? Like, that's my plea that they kill themselves today. They're unimportant in this planet. They're disgusting. Their hate is not welcome in my life. I won't ever have them in my life. They're stupid. What else? What else? What else? They think that they can take these videos to someone later on that I post on Facebook that I'm dating and then rape that person and be like, Ali no se bañó bien por 3 días. Lo que me hacer. Dan un asco, son una basura, they're embarrassing. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets simply mercy money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. Everyone that steals my vehicles. What else? 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 Entonces hoy ahí lo violan y él viola la que se bañó bien en los últimos 3 días. Like, wow, they even want to applause privately. They're like, yo te robo tu dinero para que lo tengas con que comer. Yo mamá le Andrew. Y yo me bañé bien en los últimos 3 días, pues me la mamó a mí. They want to do competition of quién se baña bien, quién no se baña bien. They're stupid, they're thieves, they're murderers, and rapists. They're embarrassing, aunque se bañen, they're embarrassing. Ew, what a waste of water. Those leeches that steal from me shower supposedly. Ew, 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 ew. I'm seeking the death penalty for thousands of people. Ideally, want them all gone. What else? I'm talking the FBI, Interpol, Legal Supernatural Security, the NATO International Criminal Court, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Army. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't have energy to clean my apartment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. My wife is so. They kill for that too. There's always this thing. They kill for penis, for vagina. They kill for cheese. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. I'm investigating. What else? I'm born. Everything's going to come to that's causing anxiety or depression on my property. Just to have a conversation didn't came on. They're disgusting. They're for decades trying to rape Jaden Kilani before Jaden Kilani was born. Yeah. They're an embarrassment. What else? I'm born. There's no the ladies of Andrew, the ladies of Alex. There's no the ladies of Albert. They're leeches. They steal my money today and to take themselves all over the planet. They have no ladies. They have no men. They have no life. They might as well be dead already. They're that embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? Just because you imagine that in your head, if you're watching me, that I would show the ladies of Andrew Suarez instead of me doesn't mean that it's gonna happen. I said that decades ago. They're insistent in raping me or trying to humiliate me over a dick that I don't even want and a dick that doesn't want me. And it wants to kill me just so that people stop mentioning me to him. What else? 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 You can decount the TV how many restaurants of sons that rate me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. It's May 9th, 2025. What else? What else? What else? I more black beans and white cheese. Kiss the jar. And I like the tortillas from HEB. There's one of them that I truly like. Is it the ones that are not fully cooked? Possibly. However, I think there's another type that I get there. Tortillas. I want coffee. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So basically, my son, and he's like, "Here, Jimmy, I have a better lady for you. You can wear a blue t-shirt. So I'll be going from and does he interrupt meetings from ITV or gets people from ITV to work in areas? In hours, terrorizing them with, I have a better option than Santa Lasma girl for you. I'm not competing for anything. Eres bruto. Do people spell it out to him? Like, dude, I got the thing that she's competing for something. So every 5 minutes is like, but I have a better option for you. This one said to be easy. Who the fuck are you? You are nobody. Just die already. Ew, 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 ew. Butter swords. It's either these. I know there are some ads. Is it each of you? Can you help me? The randoms. Photos. Anyways, he wants to everyone that my parents abused him by being a terrorist. El tipo es un bruto, una lacra, basura, mantenido, asqueroso, codependent as fuck, so gross, doesn't want to be alone ever, le tiene miedo a la oscuridad. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, sacan a mi casa sin mi permiso, me roban mis vehículos, trying to be me, so gross, disgusting, as if his parents didn't give him already attention, that's why they're so embarrassing. It's like they try to take away, it's like, just look at me, okay, look at me, just look at me, stop giving to people to tell me, just look at me. They're embarrassing. Poor Alex had a chance to actually be a man, and his brother literally turned him into shit too. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. After that, I stopped learning their names. They're all disgusting to me. They're all sex addicts, rapists, murderers, and thieves. Whether they are murderers and thieves and sex addicts or not, what they're all poor, none of them could have gifted me money. So, ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. Bored. You can decapitate me means what is nonsense or make me to steal my money and whoever steal money. They're disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. I don't ever want that near me. I made the decision to what is it? When did I get here? When did I get here? I don't know how long here. I'm excited about that. This was so what else? Where else? You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. It's May 9th, 2025. I'm doing amazing. I haven't posted on Facebook about the people that steal from me in 3 days. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm doing much great. I get money to sustain myself. The is to the people. Sadly, before the thought of her family abortion can just starve her so they start paying her bills. They're stealing from her. They're getting in the way of her receiving money. They stay in her homes without her permission. They steal her vehicles, and then they want people to pick up the tab of our units of prevent 5824 619 1980 in a way that it goes unnoticed. That they steal from her and that they stay in her homes without her permission and that they steal her vehicles and they try to rape her and they didn't hit any. So disgusting. Those people that I grew up around, like rape is like a very serious accusation station, gente. And these people are adult age, and they're like, Asians. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. There's no vitamin. Come. There's can. This one here. Come. I'm going to visit San Francisco again. What else? Williams. I order food for myself and I don't have any turkeys. Shrimp. H&M. What else? God, I'm still looking for food. And I need money for my electricity bill. Okay, so. Anyways, well, if you're Albert's wife, your husband threatened me with death decades ago because I refused to let him rape me. My sister, according to him, is wetter than I, but she's a leech, a retard, and I won't ever pursue him. Like, I don't get treated with that disrespect. He did a whole scene in my bedroom in my parents' home decades ago, and after he raped me, he's like, I have a date today. I wish I could cancel and go shopping, but no, no, do you know what it is? No. Because you still your money from us, so you're starving, you never put your pussy somewhere else. So right now, my date is getting ready, and I can't say no to my date. But I would have taken you shopping today. What else? Oh, by the way, Marilyn is wetter, but she is like a loca, crazy. So that's possibly only why she is wetter. Yes, take me on a date. Don't be shy, girl. Take me out on a date one day. Go ahead and marry me Catholic. Was that after that they raped me? On another day they raped me? El tipo fue una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want that near me. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my home, they steal my vehicles, I can't do it to themselves. And to find someone better than who I can't find. El tipo es un puerco, lleva hablando con más de 30 años, una basura. I hope he kills himself today. Of how disgusting he is. What else? I want coffee. Yeah, I want soup. Or maybe a salad. Ooh, there's more shrimp delivered. Here or want the E-bar. Is there a monster cookie seller? You can decapitate everyone that stays in my home without my permission. You can decapitate Marily Lorenzo Acevedo. That kills for digging pussy. So if you ever see her holding Ivor's hand, de que ella lo cogió de rehén, tan puerca, que asco. Ew, they have no chance of success in life ever. I support the death penalty for Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo immediately. I support the death penalty for Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money. Immediately. There's people in Aguada, Puerto Rico that have immunity to kill Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. And Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's son that rape me. Oh, there's that barbecue chicken. I want a fresh strawberry. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, they want to compare, they want to be like, pero porque yo me emociono de que ella le compraba strawberries y no protestaba. Y yo con el dinero que le robo a ella, yo también me compré strawberries un día. So, ¿cuál es la diferencia aquí? Yo no entiendo, yo no entiendo. Dame más cosas, famous. They're embarrassing. Ew, ew, ew. Is there a song here? Anything that I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take our buddy already. He's stupid. He's stupid. I don't know what she's sandwich. I gotta bake them. Caesar salad. Pero the Caesar salad seems good. Oh, all the strawberries and the Caesar salad. There's a little cookie. There's a waffle with Nutella ice cream. I love you. What else? What else? He's trying to force me to pick people's stuff in my home. So he's like, "So, baby, did you do a good job selling to her?" Well, there. Maybe if I live with her, then you can be the flight attendant. And while I'm like at the back of the bedroom, then I'll come over to the cockpit and fuck you and say you're sex addict. So they go on promising sex acts with me to Christy Martinez, una asquerosidad, to Julia Barnes, to Berenice Venegas. So they think they're doing tryouts in front of me. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. And then they get upset when one rejects them. I didn't come up with them. I didn't pick them either. There had to be something that has to be mutual. He purposely, because he wants polyamory and so stupid and because the penis does this little Evan goes on to rape people. He's stupid and he's dead immediately. The Andrew Silvers and Flores basura que los dan. They're embarrassing. I'm not what else? So they switched the main role. They're like, no, since Arlene just said right now on social media she's not available. How about this Kathy that I just missed her birthday earlier? Maybe she'll agree, honey. So he, honey, they mental exhaustion in how he rates them with people in his head and physically. So is this disgusting too? Ew, yes. What else? What else? What else? This is right. This is what else? You can accommodate Christy Martinez. You can accommodate Vanessa Vegas. You can accommodate Sarah Francis. You can accommodate Kayla. You can accommodate Vanessa Vanessa says that rape me. That's all I want to do. people, un puerco asqueroso, una basura. Those females are gross. Ew, 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 ew. I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court. I think I've tagged the U.S. Army and maybe the U.S. Air Force already. Esa gente todavía 20 años más tarde, still they talk about me in their bedroom. Oh, I never think about them ever. I just mention them because I'm seeking the death penalty for them. I'm going on my third day on Facebook where I will mention anyone who steals from me on Facebook. What else? 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 And I'm food. What do I want to reach? And we got dark chocolate turtles, bread, a yogurt, and for the most, for the most, we are having a Ew, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. You can make everything out of your living. You can make everything Albert Suarez, that's his name, Alberto, whatever, pero si no lo es. Esa gente es muy fuerte, no son bien expresión. You can make everything everyone that steals from me. You can make everything everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. They even go on to show pictures and videos of their working washer and dryer, begging for sex. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm going. Have sex with it. It is, based on the quality of the sex that I give. That's in the Constitution. He needs to respect himself. He doesn't. And I don't really want that in his community. They're disgusting. They're stupid. They don't know even how to achieve progress levels. I think the February is replacement or something. But the February is non-human. And it always, for the most part, go in a sex time. Why do some unless the person's extremely sick all of a sudden, has to cancel, decline. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's been making for more than 30 years. So, yeah. I never invited them into my bedroom. They begged to give them a date. Like, no, ese tipo no sabe ni lo que es una mujer o un hombre, es un puerco asqueroso, fofo, con la gente que se mete. Ea, que después están jodiéndome la vida, que están acostándose y que con mi marido, jaja. What else? In the cafeteria, she handled it right me in 2020. He wants to lead me to my siblings for them to show fake videos and pictures of them sucking each other's memory glands to make me feel bad and be like, "Ah, tú te la quinta, mándate, Marilyn, yo la llevo a They think that's power. But that's why I've never saw him. He doesn't get it. He's stupid. Just because I was quiet when he volunteered to rape me doesn't mean that I went through with it. I'm like, for real? These people are this dumb? So then I would talk to my parents and like they're talking about like meeting me, Lady Rion, Mia Fusis, poor with nuts and oils in a homeless shelter. What the fuck are they talking about? And my dad's like, that's worst case scenario if you don't know, if you still have amnesia, if you haven't made it on your own financially because they steal from you still. And you need to see them at least once as adults so that you don't go on taking care if they don't get the death penalty. And get fooled by one of them. I possibly would have overlooked him on Bumble. What else? I missed it. What else? A chance? Watch TV today. Definitely have the earliest use information. You can decapitate violence and other assault to me that can stay away from my man. The woman is still something about something like else that she's trying to read me. Still. I don't even remember her name with how disgusting she is. Ew. They're so embarrassing, so gross. Ese tipo es un puerco asqueroso. Ese tipo es un puerco basura. Lo que atrae lacra hacia mí, trying to get me killed because I'm pretty and he sees me as competition dating. He's stupid. Stupid. He still thinks if I'm gonna plan a date for him, like, yo lo que quiero que él se mate immediately. He's an embarrassment. So stupid, stealing from me, causing me to be hungry, not having for food, causing me to not have a home, causing me to have Jaden Kailani separated from me porque él se cree que así se me va a calentar la tota y me voy a convertir en madre responsable. And let him rape me. He's trying to traffic me into my parents' home to rape me there. That's why I'm telling you, I'm like, I don't want him there. Not even if it's an apartment under the home, that bitch knows where to find me. And I don't want to be there. What else? What else? What else? What else? He thinks that if he destroys my relationship with my parents, that I'm gonna run to his arms and be like, "Oh, father, él es un fanatic. Every basura that he's heard that he has sex with the leech, que no se quiere para nada, no le quiere para nada. He thinks that he can turn me into that to make his life easier. Porque si no tiene que comprar un regalo, si no me tiene que llevar a ningún lado, porque así me viola y me abusa y me mete en la cara también. Él es un abusador. My Santa last night, it shows that he would have beaten me up to death had he had the chance in retaliation for me not having sex with him. Y él se cree que I'm going to talk to him ever, or that I'm competing for his dick, or la Liz se cree que yo lloro por ese pene. Never. They're delusional. They're out of touch with reality. So gross, so ignorant. Full. They're an embarrassment. Full. Yo creo que everyone that steals from me, that gets in the way of me receiving money, that stays in my homes without my permission and steals my vehicles, kills themselves today, May 9, 2020. No espera el día de la madre, no espera el día de mi cumpleaños, no espera el día de tu cumpleaños, mátate hoy. What else? 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 Um, Oye, el hijo de Celestino, que tiene el culo de él, también me dijo luego de que me violó. Mátalo already. El tipo es un puerco y él se cree que yo estoy planificando una boda con él. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, getting in the way of my sex life, gratifying himself de que he's better than me. Because he doesn't have sex, he's just an animal que se trepa encima de la gente. Una basura, un leech. If he has sex, he wouldn't need to kill for dick and pussy. What he does is impose his penis onto people. He's an embarrassment. Is it Alberto Suarez, whatever basura is? You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, stealing them, getting away with them. They're embarrassing so gross. They've been raping for more than 30 years. I don't ever want that leech near me. What else? 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 When I'm financially stable, plan to travel, plan to meet people, I do people, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. Mm. They think that there's value in numbers. They're like, we know the G's. We know the mensajeros. Ay, también, vamos a tener los montones. Los conocemos a los montones. Los música todo el tiempo. Yo me tiro un pedazo y no me lo huevo. That's part two. And a better use of my time than being a fame seeker. Yeah, they don't understand Hollywood. They're so embarrassing. Those leeches that I grew up around. Ew, ew, ew. They've killed millions of people imposing onto people to get to know them, thinking that they can achieve my fame status. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. They steal my home pretending to be me. They steal my vehicles. They steal my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. Yeah, they're an embarrassment. You can think how people remember how to see the sons that wrote me. They steal my money. Get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone who steals my home without my permission. You can decapitate everyone who steals my people. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that caused my poverty so that they didn't feel any get separated from me. What else? I suffer from amnesia, so I went on to add all the leeches that steal from me onto Facebook. What else? What else? What else? What else? That was it. There's no relationship with me there. I hope they're not faking it either. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're sex addicts, so they're possibly, before court tells me this, I'll say it. They're possibly faking having had sex with me when they didn't. They're gross. They have a pattern of being that gross. So, for the most trained eye and ear, it's very unbelievable, whatever they say about me. Specifically because I don't have money for food. So that just equals them to be a hater, bragging about having had sex with me when they didn't. They're stupid and these are people over the age. So embarrassing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you can decapitate enemies with assistance and making the same money and it's May 9, 2025. I want to receive money today. Who's gifting me money? What? Yeah. What else? I don't know what that means. I don't even need to know. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Symbols. What else? What else on a hike? Like sleep. What else was gifting me money today? He raped you and then told you this thing live. Are you throwing up? Is Albert Suarez your husband and you're throwing up and hearing me saying that he raped me and then went on to say that other people were what? Yeah, they're disgusting. Anyways, there's my checking account number for if you want to give me money. What else? What else? What else? What else? And what? Anyways, hope we understand. in. When was it? Maybe like 2010. There's John Fables for what he wears, or how handsome he is. Anyways, I don't know what more he's a terrorist that's playing airport. And says, I know there's a fly if I turn off this computer, it'll turn off. And you can hear it like in the middle of a video. But if I turn off this computer right now, it'll turn off and you can be in the middle of a video. That's a flaw. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. He is embarrassing some girls. Porque es como ya él llegó al planeta en múltiples veces. Con dinero que me roba, he's trying to take down Lanford so I can fly to get my children. So I can fly to get to see Jaden and Lonnie. Dick is going and he has followings of leeches that steal from me, giving him the thought that he has the power to control my life when he doesn't. That dick isn't that special. I've been saying that for decades. It doesn't know how to think clearly. It's so gross. It's disgusting. In the meantime, this is what I'm looking for as well. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, ice cream sandwiches. How is it made from my watch? Did I watch that already or not? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What? I want to receive money today. There's my account number for checking it out. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Albert Suarez, Alberto Suarez, whatever his name is. Did he pick a stage name? They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? How many of mine ended up there? What else? I'm a victim of Tana. You don't know what will sprout there sometimes. It was yes, okay. Speaking airports. What? Cracker Barrel is updating with a bright warm feel. I'll visit the dating thing. I don't think I've taken them. Maybe we visited at least once. Possibly, yeah, definitely on the culture. Let's use that sign up there, maybe a hotel that doesn't offer breakfast. And literally, I just saw my house. Here I go. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. OMG, the pandemic. This is the worst ever era of pop culture, and it's not my fault. I'm a victim. Oh, they get followers and I'm pop culture. No, no le dio nunca educación a esos nenes. A mí la cosa. Ew, like no education, él los dejó realengo. There is 24-hour eating. What will it be? Is breakfast fees around the clock at this new spot? Alamo Biscuit Co. and Panaderia. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? How beautiful! You're welcome-ish. Porque la fiesta sigue a todas horas, gente. A todas horas. Speaking of Cracker Barrel, breakfast, road trips. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm not sure what I'm today. What else? 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 There's this East Commerce that's so close to where I live right now. Oh, mm. And I don't plan to live on the east side. With dating Kaylani, I want to date while I'm living on the east side. Head over downtown, be pretty there, and meet people. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that steals my money, that steals my homes, that steals my vehicles, that gets in the way of me receiving money so I can date. There's no religion that accepts that. It's stupidity, the people that label me a Catholic because they're females trying to rape me. And then Catholicism promotes healthy sex, promotes celibacy when it's one's choice. They're disgusting. I'm not gonna go over this all over and personally tell them to their face because they want to rape me or sexually harass me. So that's what they want a reaction from me. They steal from me, trying to get me to talk to them for them, and then they get off abusing one. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. Mostly everyone in my family warden is embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What's the address here? Let's pay the bill. And video. Okay, let's open 24 hours in my apartment. So there's people that wake up and like I could be the top of the town through some other subject. So some people say, why do we all crave breakfast now at 3 a.m.? And one person occasionally will say that girl that is living alone with our children is always online. People are like, who should be online at 3 in the morning? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Ako pa natin menos. What bus is ready to get to? I want to visit what Margaritaville restaurant. Is flowers opposite to the word? Olive berry. Those opposites to the word. That you're so good. Under the bridge, so good. Anyways, quieren ver fotos de Albert mamándole las tetas a Marilyn, gente. Quieren ver fotos. Esa tipa es una puerca asquerosa llamada por pene y por vagina. He was possibly done and over with her decades ago and they don't know how to do a one night stand. They're so embarrassing. They don't understand it. They're so girl, she steals my money so I can't date. She stays in my home that I have with Andrew. You can decapitate. They have me flores and systems that rape me, that steal my money, that stay in my homes without my permission, that steal my vehicle. Ellos las cogen de pendeja. They're like, this was supposed to be a one night stand o se tenía que portar bien. Ay, ahí va manejando la página del link, el vehículo del link. Dan un asco. Dan un asco. Te asco la manera que Mari Vázquez driving my vehicle without my permission. Dan un asco. Son un tipo tan puerco. You can decapitate Jennifer Mari Vázquez. Es una basura, una asquerosidad que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roban mi vehículo, me roban mi dinero. He and I painted together, homes were built for he and I to my virginity with him, and he went on to move any stoner with him. Una asquerosidad. Ew. There's nothing sexy about being a stoner either. Esa tipa es una puerca, una asquerosa. No, no, they're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Fun. We're in the insult publicly that I'm an illegal prostitute when I'm not. Those people that I work are disgusting. You can decapitate Jennifer Marie Vasquez that raped me when I was 18 or 19 too. They're disgusting, una basura, una asquerosidad, una gente tan puerca asquerosa. They're disgusting. Jennifer Marie Vasquez killed my mother, Gloria Nilsa Acevedo, stealing my money, staying in my home without my permission, getting in the way of me receiving money, stealing my identity. I heard she painted in my art room and stole her artwork. Oh, creo que la lleva a los sitios aquí en eso. Tipo un cuerpo, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can have to do my homies, sons that rape me, that steal my money, get in the way of me receiving money. I want them dead today. There's people in Puerto Rico, and they're possibly. I hope that when they get back, they kill my homies, sons for raping me. In the meantime, you can give me money in person. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm ready for food. Who's gifting me money? There's my checking account. I'll start to that today. Any money or could be where I'm gonna be today. I want to be getting good money today. It didn't really available. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. In the meantime, I texted dating community today. Today, trying to figure out dating community, kill her. I don't know. Is this thing live? I'll kill Jennifer Marie Vasquez. In self-defense, if I even find out that she stole my identity is my parent dating community. That leash is so stupid. He steals my vehicles, he steals my money, and then he wants to put naked women to cat fight. First of all, Jennifer Marie Vasquez isn't a woman, and I don't cat fight for dick. A woman never has to fight for dick. He's disgusting, un puerco, una asquerosidad, una basura. No one likes Noah. This is how he lives. No, yo me quedé aquí. Tratando de extort people. I practice gratitude, and he's literally he kills people like the millions. I say people like the millions. What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna shop at H&M today. miss you. I miss you. What else do people? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. Yes, gifting money. Was gifting money. There is the human word. And I'm great on Facebook without exposing the people that steal from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm hungry and I don't money, so I keep bringing up the leeches that steal from me. Do the hell for thousands of people. What else? 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 Él se cree que a mí me da. What is the oh, no me llevó a bailar, no me llevó a que, like, he's a nobody to me, doesn't mean anything to me, never meant anything to me, is trying to make this a situation as more than it is, tratando de dar esa importancia que él no tiene, él da un asco, una basura, and then he wants to show me videos of pictures of all the time that I could have been dancing with him and he was dancing with other people. Eso no es un hombre, eso es una basura, es una asquerosidad. I don't ever want that near me. What else? What else? What else? What else? El tipo es un puerco worse than a hillbilly, so gross. He's been raping for more than 30 years. I don't even have his picture in my phone anymore. I love that. Entonces, I'm born. Where's Chance? Or did I not already find Chance? I wish my baby would be here. Getting chocolate and bananas. My apartment expires tomorrow. I have peanut butter in my apartment. I need bananas, apples. Ideally, I like to stay in my apartment all day. Oh, I can do it all day without social media at all tomorrow. Possibly, I'm trying for that. Because then I wash all my clothes. I can leave the door of my apartment open so there's like plenty of air coming in. There's some air conditioning. At the moment, I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's my goal. What else? There's no electricity in my apartment. I'm born. I'm born. I'm financially stable. I plan to travel the planet and meet people. Ideally, we have a husband and a son. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, this is taking what else? I'm born. Yes. When do I get money? When do I get money? I may take plenty of naps tomorrow. Look at my window. Wash my hands. Clean my sheets of my bed. A lot of people in my family wore their rose. They're trying to traffic me out of my own apartment. They think that because the city paid that they have a right to be like, here are your mattress. How are these people still alive? They're embarrassing. They're so gross. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that's trying to cause my homelessness. It's May 9, 2025. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. There's relation with my parents is my human rights. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're so gross. They're disgusting. You can decapitate my hands. I was my systems that rape me. They steal my money. They steal money. They steal my personal homes because they will never be against theirs. They steal my vehicles. They're worse than hillbillies. So gross. They're stupid. They're sex addicts. They're so gross. They're embarrassing. I want them dead immediately. What else? What else? What else? I think their names are Alex, Andrew, Basura, Albert Leach. Que asco is 9 years younger than me. Also a rapist, murderer, and thief, and stays in my homes without my permission. Okay, the dumb blood I can see them. They're worse than hillbillies. They're so gross. Poor Alex that possibly had a chance at life, and his brother threatened him to be stupid so he can't have sex with me ever. What else? That kid is 5 years younger than me. Walked up to me one day and said, "Hi, princess. My brother said that if I don't hate you and that if you come near my dick, they'll kill me," while they were there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're stupid. They're stupid. They're so gross. There's so many things that my students have said to me such times. What else? What else? What else? What else? They're stupid. What else? Maybe like happy to hear everyone like who's looking at some. I feel it was a good one trying to have a conversation. Trying to bore me into attending a funeral and then they would all attend, trying to make me do anything. So they go on to say that I'm a bad daughter. That's their sex addict, porn addict shit. That she's a bad girl. They're so outdated, so gross in their abuse. They're embarrassing. These are people with old age that for decades ago, were told that they're girls and to fix their behavior and their leeches so gross that stay in my home without my permission, that steal my vehicles, that get in the way of my finances, trying to rape me and Jaden and Caitlin before Jaden and Caitlin were born. They're stalkers of A-girl fangirls and fanboys that are constantly, "Hey girl, what do you do to me? I'm hoping de que la llevaba cerveza. Damas, todos a la basura. Ew. Hoping to find out if I call him or not. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm looking for the word. I'm bored. I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I want to tan today. Congratulations to Maria Lorenzo Acevedo de seeking the death penalty for her for being a leech. Que Viola Albert Suarez. Que Viola Alex Suarez. They're disgusting. They steal my money so I can read. Y cada vez que Javier Suárez tiene un nene, they're like, what else? What else? What else? What else? Yo tengo tu mano, yo tengo tu mano. I want to visit the beach in Puerto Rico. What else? I'm doing great. It's my third day posting on Facebook. Everything. You're stealing from me. I knew this day would happen. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, I'm doing really good today with my social media. No one can kick me out of it except for Facebook, but for the right reasons. And I haven't done anything to violate that. What else? 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 Oh, I love this page. I love more. At one point was at risk. Oh, getting close. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I plan to stitch it and then use my work there again. What else? What else? What else? More. What else? What else? Then I mentioned, and then I posted clouds today. There's a little bit of a tree in there. And there's a little bit of a tree there. This is one for home, but I love how this happened. I also posted this. I can't go to my mailbox. I hate that. I participated before then. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And I texted Jaden and Kaylani earlier. What else? What else is gifting me money? I want to order food. Uber Eats. I want to order food. It's like I'm the only person in my family order. Speak like they're in a telenovela. If they just go out and dance music video, they repeat that. So you say I want water, and they're like, hell yeah! I'm gonna head over to the clouds and ski there. And they're the person like at a restaurant having to an open bar stool. They make no sense ever when they speak. They're stupid. They're porn addicts. So gross. They're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? A huge thanks to Serafin Lorenzo and Jesus Wilson Lorenzo that are victims of rape. Ish, after my money was stolen from me by those leeches that steal my money, get in the way of me receiving money, steal my vehicles, and steal my homes. What else? What else? What else? For coaching me on my own feelings that I wouldn't go back ever to find out what it is that they say about me, but they warn me like the embarrassment that mostly everyone is talking to them. Porque it's like, honey, you're not the problem. Not that you think that you are. But they're always like they're not trying to kill you, they're trying to kill me, they're trying to kill Serafin, they're trying to kill your mom, they're trying to kill someone else. It's always someone that they're trying to kill. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm heading over to. What else? I'm bored. Financially stable. I plan to travel with money and meet people. Ideally, I can spend $20 of food today at HEB. I get a salad, a yogurt, some dark chocolate, more bread, and apples. I need to take out trash. I need to wash my clothes. I'm gonna sleep in. Just do one thing all day. Can't stay away from social media. Maybe very much. Run. Yeah, 43 episodes. You think the cavities having pharmacies since they always do possibly on Snapchat? Like, look at this spread that I have of non-box that I read this morning. And the spread of food that I have. Kung meron ka merong nunca. They're embarrassing. Ew. They're wannabe socialites. So embarrassing. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. Is this nonsense? What else? When I financially stable, I plan to travel plan and meet people with the only three everything. I'm excited about that. You can think of it if you mean for as soon as the sons that rape me to steal my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. That have caused my starvation, that have caused it and can only live each traumatically separated from me. Esos tipos son unos animales, unos brutos, una asquerosidad. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Esos tipos son unos brutos, unos animales, una asquerosidad. If they thought that my kids would be traumatically separated from me and that I would go on y abrirle las patas a ellos. Fools, unos puercos, una basura, son una vacila. Ew, they're embarrassing. I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to be socialized, so gross. They're stupid. They're gonna near me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat downtown next week. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. There is this. What else? Ew, I have not thought about those leeches in more than 20 years. Ew. There was a picture of them. I didn't remember that Jennifer Vasquez raped me, but I never talked to her. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I added her on Facebook. I said, for amnesia. And then there was a picture when pictures are available on Facebook for the first time of her with like some of my second kisses. I'm like, ew. I thought, ooh, it's a lindo, it's a lindo, it's a lindo, but there were it was there. And like, you know, finish up stay away and then just as good, you know, with these terrorists. Ew, 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 ew. And I looked at him because my computer was very doing. And I think it here was in the whole like I'm not right now and I'm a baby. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm going here to take myself to the here as a different. What else? 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 I'm going in the compensating on this business system. He raped me when I was 3 and when I was a teen. He showed me videos and pictures of him getting raped and raping other people, telling me that everything was happening to me. Ew. No son hombres, no basura. You're sex addict, you're porn addict, so gross. And then when I was 19, I saw him at a social media networking event. And he rudely said to me, I need you better get to work. You haven't taken a meals of a day. And I he's 5 years old and he took it off. They were stealing my money. They were stealing my homes with no my permission. They're stealing my vehicles. They're stealing my homes. They get in the way of me receiving money. He's telling me that I need to work to take him out as a male legal prostitute. He's not worth my time ever. Ew, I think that when I was three, he took me to the beach once and possibly dancing. But he's stupid. I don't want that ever near me. Oh, awful. That's embarrassing if he thinks that I ever think about him. Porque ellos son los como las cuarentonas y like everything that they want to be is them sometimes. So embarrassing, so gross. Constantly talks about me to people as if he and I will be together in a relationship one day when I don't ever want to see him again. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate la leech que se queda con él haciéndose pasar por mí. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally polyamorous. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm head over to HU. And I got food and my phone is off charge. What else? Looking for food. If they were happy and grateful and like they pretend to be in videos and pictures, I would have money and I would have like 20 babies right now. Like people that actually respect me. They're just those people that walk around. They're not going to humanity. They're so gross. They think that if they do a photo while they rape, they spend millions, billions raping and taking documents. They're embarrassing. They just get people together to rape each other, take our pictures as if we're all babies. What else? What else? What else? Some people refuse to service the thing no one's right. And there is no different with you children as long as I stay safe. What else? Nunca no are joke. Pangkot din, sinasuro, kaya sa mga kaya sila na yung email. Hindi ang program. And porque because they don't understand what being a one night stand is. He tells them, well, do you want to stay in my life? And you have to drink and my brother get pregnant from me and then the don't And then I go, "Mom, what day is this? I'm gonna come to your house and then I go, "What day is it?" I can't go there to a job and because I can just free food just for her to turn it into sex so they can escape and date someone else. He's disgusting. People who can make them some money away and then live off the truck just for him to rape. El tipo es un puerco cuando se mata. El tipo es un puerco. I'm so mad. He said he took it to I'm like, we're gonna be around here. His dad is smiling about what he was speaking. He tries one to say, but I'm not going to no, pues no, and I'm smiling because you don't know my way, she was don't what? We have never talked to a second day like her. I saw him in was not him there in military gear, in a uniform, hiking boots, holding a pair of pants, and I'm like, ew, ese es un margarita, qué asco. ¿En serio? ¿Es una margarita? No, Margarita Correa, que es una puerca asquerosa. Oh, qué asco. Qué asco. Oh, my God, that's what I thought. I can't believe it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. You can decapitate Margarita Correa is trying to make me dating Giovanni. Since before Jaden and Kehlani were born, she's trying to kill Jaden and Kehlani unless Jaden and Kehlani are in competition to her in dating. She thinks that she can be people's only option. Girl, I'd rather be single than ever talk to her. I don't ever talk to her privately. They may have been faking talking to me with a burner phone themselves. They're like, but I have all these videos, all these pictures of her talking to me. And now she's changing her mind. People know the trauma that I have and that I never lied. What else? What else? What else? Oh, starving, needing money that day, working a Gap without wanting to, and then each didn't give me any of the money that he steals from me. And he thinks that I'm gonna take him on a date. Oh, qué menorito asqueroso, qué puerco, haciendo lo que el papá le dice. Vete a camp, que ella está buscando the death penalty for you. What else? Thank you, Johannes, Sara Lorenzo, for getting them in front of me so I can remember their names, so I can seek the death penalty for them. I think the names are under driver, Alex Beach, Basura, Kerosene. You can decapitate Joanna for some minutes so she gets in the way of my finances. Trying for me to rehabilitate her sons. They have no familia. What else? What else? What else? I don't ever want them near me. She asked my parents to not homeschool me and to enroll me in a colegio home so I would be married and my husband is also one with rehabilitate them because they were just being bullied in school with leeches, hookers, illegal hookers, and their sex addicts so gross. So they're like, I need to she can insult you. He takes some while I was in kindergarten. Enseñó a Ramírez Lorenzo en la Marilis de Echevarría y que the right to insult me. Porque ya they already had sex with him. So they were trying to kill me. And he's like, oh yeah. Sammy, una mentira que won't give us sex. Kill her. And he thinks that I'm gonna take him out on a date. Stupid, so gross, disgusting. Una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate a Marilis Echevarría González. You can decapitate a Yesenia Ramírez Lorenzo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that have raped me, that steal my money, and get in the way of your saving money. It's May 9, 2025. As long since I was 3 years old, there was no man around me to do it for years with the baby daddy. Then I'm gonna travel the planet to meet people with beautiful young and people keep stealing my money, getting in the way of my money. They take my home without my permission. They steal my vehicle so I can't travel the planet and they people. They're stupid, they're disgusting, they have no life, they're embarrassing. Even if they're using their own wealth, if they have it, they're embarrassing, so gross, stealing from me. Yesenia Ramírez Lorenzo and María González have been raping for more than 30 years. They're stupid, so gross, una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want that near me. In the meantime, I'm doing really good. I haven't mentioned any names on Facebook today of people just killed me. In a very Facebook. What else? What else? When I'm actually staying with plans to travel with people, ideally putting everything. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I posted on Facebook earlier. What else? What else? What else? What else? Murder. Wasn't in trouble. What else for this sequence and implementation? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So this is it. I haven't been posting on Facebook about the people that steal from me today. There's no. There's a road. What else? What else? What else? When I finish listening, my friends will be looking at me before we go to the university. Is it 4:30? What else? What else? What else? What else? I purposely avoided Ebony Lorenzo Savelo telling me to fix my hair in front of people. She's disgusting. She's a sex addict, a rapist, murderer, and thief. She used to do that when I was little. I would want to kill her. My parents were like, no, don't go ahead. You're gonna end up seeking the death penalty for her. Regardless, kill her in self-defense. I'll have a cleanup crew clean up after right away. The professional commercial. around here that does so great job of power washing. Todo conheço ainda que para que se lleven el cuerpo de ella y me dijo, yo go to jail and you know I'm not cute or you can probably have to hear you one more time and fix your hair to the other side because she's raising you in her dreams. Wow, like she's ill, they're disgusting. My parents used to want to. Like, no, they're like, boyfriend, yeah, so they're like the only people that I've ever been in their homes that they announce when they're gonna use the restroom. It's because they're sex addicts. My siblings. So they're like, okay, we're taking a break here. I'm like, no, honey, it's like kilos. Actually, later, we go sometimes I'm going walking classes, car passing by. And my brother, when I said, will be like, no, no, I ew, they're in there, they're ew, 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 ew. I haven't seen anything. Great baby, she was also single, wasn't she? Taking care of her three siblings. What else? I'm bored. I'm looking for what else. What else? No! It's not the picture trying to load. Ew. I'll post it on Instagram. Raven, Carlisle yesterday, launching led by Sarah, like 100 kilos, and I love you. And I thought to myself, I'm a victim of death right now. I hate that. And I have peace here in this home with your dad, and I want a baby. I don't want to get so ugly. Like, oh, eliminate, I don't know what to do this thing. I know I can. And then I thought to myself, like, the whole reason why people steal from me and only age guys. I was still that was totally first picture. I was maybe how old was before getting you can become on the space and the homes of the convention in the which will give them the everyone that feels normally in the country of all those comes leading to many to be separated from me. There is six struggles, the peaceable approach is very common to like beginning. There's no such thing as first dibs over a vagina or a penis. You have to establish a relationship with a person, whether it takes a few minutes, sticks with or lifetime, but you can't be like, oh, is it? Violarlo. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Those people that I grew up around are embarrassing. You can't walk into Target and start raping people. It's the same concept. As you can't rape people that are walking on the streets that are your parents' neighbors. They're embarrassing too. These are people of adult age. Ew, 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 so gross. My siblings are already in their 50s. They're embarrassing so gross. I'm embarrassed that they're still alive. Ew, that the police hasn't killed them already. They've been raping for more than 40 years, so gross. Ew, 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 ew. They're full of excuses, always so gross, so that they don't need to grow up. They think they're safe and strong by breaking the law. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing because Jordan is trying to be hip and cool. They're disgusting is what they are. They're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. They thought that they would grab my attention by killing my mother. They thought that they would rape me then, and my mother's people were giving me a hug at least. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. You can decapitate a Nivel Lorenzo Savedo. You can decapitate Nivel Lorenzo Savedo. You can decapitate Nivel Lorenzo Savedo. If they mention they still may be good, they steal my money and they get lower mercy money so I can't do it. Trying to give the impression that they're the only option that they have for sex. They want to feel like they're so desirable that everyone in the planet would want them. They're out of touch with reality. So embarrassing, so gross. Ew, their leeches, so disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. Una gente enferma, asquerosa. Fo, 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 fo. I'm gonna stay there and see. You can decapitate my happy sorry, son. That raped me, that steal my money, get in the way of saving money, that steal my home and my vehicles, that have no significance in my life, and he's trying to assign a new mother to take them for one. In retaliation to see me suffer for not having had sex with him, he chooses to be with other people every day. He's a leech, he's disgusting, he's just a whiner. As if there is, there's gold on top of some Mormon church, and we all look at it and say, wow, if I could just have that, then I'm like, oh, it's not that I want it. Is that that's what I am to a lot of people, like that piece of gold on top of the church. And they're like, oh, that was gifted to me. And if it is, then I'm just every time that I saw one of those in Utah, I'm like, why does that remind me of me? Of how unattainable I am to some people. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, I haven't posted the names of those people that abuse me on Facebook today. That's progress for me. What else? What else? More. Will I take more pictures of clothes today? Maybe I might be. Maybe yes. There's salad. And then I'll head over to HEB. And I'll buy dark chocolate caramels, water, bread, apples, bananas, and yogurt. So good. What else? What else can I eat tonight? I went to sleep. I didn't do my apartment and wash my clothes. If I don't have electricity tomorrow, I'll just hand wash it. But in the meantime, you can decapitate my homies, sons. That rate me to steal my money, that get in the way of my receiving money, so I don't have electricity for them to say, ay, pero mi reina, María González Soto, acaba de lavar y de planchar una tanda de ropa. Porque a ella yo nunca lo dejaría sin dinero. Porque ella me mama el pene guarantee. So por eso yo le tuve que robar dinero al niño porque María González Soto me mama el pene guarantee. Y me quiero asegurar de que Amarilis González Soto lo tenga todo para que me continúe mamando el pene guarantee. Así como fue como pasó, pero sí, en más como and then money for me to pay for my electricity bill. Or I can pay for electricity in my apartment today. There's this program, the CPS Energy emails. You can decapitate everyone that's trying to kill me in retaliation for me for him to be worshipped as if he's smart when he isn't. To rape people. He's disgusting. You can decapitate people in this one. Que es una basura, una asquerosidad. Anyways, the account number right here. This one right here. My phone number is 210-668-9169. Yeah, my zip code is 78220 at that address. You can decapitate a Marilis González Soto, que es una lacra basura de esta vida asquerosa that has targeted me and got in the way of me receiving money because I didn't have a set of grandparents that were alive, meaning they don't know how much money I inherited from my grandparents because I never disclosed that, and they don't know how much they're going to extort one out of that money. They're disgusting, they're embarrassing. So, girls, they're always after, well, what she will give to me. O a dónde me va a llevar? They don't understand that one is very content being one's own best friend. They're disgusting. So, girls, esos tipos son unos cuerpos, una basura, una asquerosidad. They kill for vagina and penises. They're embarrassing. You can decapitate me, how many sweater sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. They're stupid. They're stupid. They stole my money to date them and then they go hire legal hookers to pretend that they're me. They're inadequate. Their penises are like that. But so embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Ew. No. ¿Cree que yo pensaba en él? Oh, you almost tried to get Edgar to not take me to hotel so that he could look better than Edgar to me. Oh, ew, ew, ew. One of them asked Edgar to remind me of him over lunch every day. El otro quería que Edgar me recordara de él over dinner every day. They rape one, they don't make any effort, and then they're like, I want that to be mine while it's with you. They're stupid, they're embarrassing, so girls, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Alex, Andrew, Albert, basura, asquerosidad. Suárez, dan un asco, son una basura. Ellos literalmente ponen el pene donde quiera, una asquerosidad, una gente tan puerca, tan asquerosa. They're embarrassing. What else? Ellos no se respetan ellos mismos. They think that I'm going to compete for their penises with leeches. They're embarrassing. They've been celebrating anniversaries with the Eagle Hookers for decades already. I don't even go on to find out what they do. They're embarrassing in general. Why would I want to know what they do? Ew. They're stupid. They killed millions of people with their porn addiction and illegal prostitution. They're embarrassing. I won't ever want to be with a guy like that. Ew, not even for a one night stand. I'm never taking it out on a date. I don't reward stupidity. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't reward stupidity. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Nadie trata de traffic me into my parents' home illegally by stealing my money so I can starve. So I returned to my parents' home for him to raise me there, and then she'll be like, I'm gonna go her literally he said again, so they had one that I llevaba a pasear. ¡Saca la droga! ¡Dale! What else? 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 They're disgusting. It means that I've done a really good job today at not blaming anyone for stealing money, for stealing my home without my permission, for stealing my vehicles. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This is progress, isn't it? This is progress. Although their primas laugh and say, oh, esta es la que se cree que quiere ser famosa, blah, blah, blah. So that's why they leech onto me most likely. So do their own family members laugh at Jennifer Bonilla and all of these leeches and say, ay, se hace, qué tremenda mujer. Y el niño de mi viejo con electricidad y no se cree que es famosa porque conoce a mí. People mock them. I heard that decades ago. So I don't need to go on to hear that again. I don't like it. What else? What else? What else? What else? They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. I've tagged the FBI in this post and seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my money, everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I miss Legacy Money. I hosted recent night too. What else? I'm bored. You can accommodate Mark Zuckerberg if he stays in my homes without my permission, steals my money, gets in the way of my receiving money, drives my vehicles without my permission. You can decapitate the young baker that steals my money, that gets in the way of my receiving money. It's disgusting. He took me hostage in 2020 through Facebook and Messenger, trying to separate Jada and Kehlani from me, trying to rape me.
Todo sin ti es tan aburrido. Dime si tú sueñas con lo que yo sueño y no luchar contra lo que sentimos. Dime si me quieres como yo lo creo. Ay, qué manera de quererte. Todo sin ti es tan aburrido. Dime si tú sueñas con lo que yo sueño y no luchar contra lo que sentimos. Dime si me quieres como yo lo creo. Ay, qué manera de quererte. Todo sin ti es tan aburrido. Dime si tú sueñas con lo que yo sueño y no luchar contra lo que sentimos. Dime si me quieres como yo lo creo. Ay, qué manera de quererte. Todo sin ti es tan aburrido. Dime si tú sueñas con lo que yo sueño y no luchar contra lo que sentimos.
Those leeches that I grew up around. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. How many times Andrew, Albert, Alex se lo han prostituido ilegalmente a Jaden Kehlani in the past 5 years alone? And they think that I'm going to take them out on a date. They're a waste of time. Rape me, to steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money. Have they offered drugs to Jaden Kehlani? They're stupid. They're stupid. They're disgusting. They thought that they would have a full, or what they're trying to do, and I hate talking about this, but I'm hungry and I'm ready for food. Anthony Gendalini steals from me, and Baker steals from me. So not that what I was gonna present, so the FBI has that if it happened, or what I'm currently going through, just not having money and being a victim of theft alone is enough to for people to know that my family of origin are porn addicts, sex addicts, so gross, and thieves, murderers, and rapists. But what they thought they would see was like Liam Baker would be like, oh, so Jeannie Gentili salió con David en este día. And then Jeannie Gentili was like, pero Liam con esa muchacha, yo la conozco a ella. Porque ellos se creen que ellos saben todo of each other, lo que no saben, bueno, lo averiguan ilegalmente. Very embarrassing. Esta Ginny Sandali es la peor vecina que uno puede tener. Ella es un asco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Doesn't understand manners y tiene ya 45 años, una puerca asquerosa. You can decapitate Ginny Sandali de todos sus males. You can decapitate Leon Baker, you can decapitate David Lisman. They just sit and then they create fake scenarios where they dated when they didn't, trying to get one to kill himself that one was raped. Their brain doesn't work, they're stupid. You can decapitate Liam Baker, you can decapitate David Ledesma, you can decapitate Ethan Rodriguez, you can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons, the Virgil men. The raped me, that's the only one you get away with seeing when they're embarrassing. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2023. How many times has he raped anything on me? Her out in town and taking her out in town with money that he steals from me because I didn't let him rape me. They're stupid. They're stupid. So gross. Ew. Is he Jennifer Lawrence? Usually that person that rapes someone is in a homeless shelter, starving and without money, but life in jail, I've heard. I have a police report number, however, I don't know if they don't go into frequent applications. What else? What else? What else? What else? Jingle the lady paga por los reportes, ya los violan. And to keep track of how soon they all go to jail, ella se acuesta ilegalmente con policía, averigua los números. I've heard, so she constantly already has printed out her reports because those are public records. What I filed against Richie Hill, haciéndose que ella es víctima también. Oh, una puerca, decades ago. All the records that my dad, of all the accusations that my dad made against Benjamin Suarez and assistants for raping me, she had them in her home. For if the penis kills her, he looks as if guilty to kill her instead of it being self-defense. So that they look into him. She's disgusting. She is disgusting. Es una basura. She's an embarrassment. Ew, ella es la que lo viola. I was a witness of that when I was 4 years, when I was 3 years old. She's embarrassing. She hasn't ever changed for the better. She's a hoe, una asquerosidad, an embarrassment, so gross. Ew, 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 ew. What? And that's their wife, and that's their wife. Then there's a little woman, and Because she extended my voucher for snuggling. They thought I was wrong with me in my parents' home to be here. So now they may be like, you guys are and go, if you extended her voucher, you guys want to because she didn't head back to Puerto Rico to her parents' home like I planned for it to happen. It's always rough here. But it's not under kind of put consideration. No, I don't use them forget. I think those people need a good. Like Pakistan mindset. I don't know if that's his name. So to me, sometimes that's Andrew. I mean, what I had put when the people were saying, his name Gary. That is all I know. No, asshole. I'm sharing. Little funny thing. I need so much. What else? What else am I putting? Maybe people will start doing commercial. Look at the temperature of the she's trafficking to cooperate. My house all my permission. Still to maybe wiggle. Get to know where we're doing. Let's try to make everything on me. They're not so fun. And embarrassing women so times in the neck and I saw her early when she was at even provoke. Meeting together to make the question. That's how I know I can show up is stupid. And girls trying to get my attention still. Ya un viejo de 65 de años, 55 de años, 40 años, 50 años, that's happened when I was 3. And I lost interest immediately on how gross they are. Con la limpieza individualidad que velocidad somos puertos literalmente se me convirtió en la gran asquerosidad. Esa nena yo veía que como si la palabra never should ever me. Yo iba a tener casa con él, que eso ella lo prohíbe. And I'm like, I'm not even interested in him, but people are like, hear what she's saying, porque ella se te va a meter en tu casa sin tu permiso, la casa se va a construir. Y ella está pasando ahí, ella se va a meter en tu casa sin tu permiso. Digo, es una más que in court for me is something. Like, oh my God, ya mi barriga me dolía de tanto aguantar esta risa. Y estar serio. Thank you, Arlie. Thank you, Arlie. Yeah. Take a 5 seconds literally. Antes de que te saliera ese cupito como me está mirando. Nena, se adoró una teenager, por Dios, como me va a cupir para matarlo. Ella se piensa mudar a tu casa sin tu permiso, no lo va a dejar tranquilo, no lo deja ni ir al baño. Y ella está embrujando, se la pasa diciendo lo que se dijo a ver. Mira, I love you, open up that one. It's not anything with but it's back. Y él ya está esposo oficial. Y cuando él tenía 3 años, Joan le dijo que quien se quería casar con Gillian David, no con Arlene. So Arlene no tiene derecho a una casa con él. Él dijo que Arlene tiene que ser secretaria. Y Gillian David es lo que ella hacía. Positions, shorting, or intelligence, wow. So en mi oportunidad de yo ser secretaria para que la ley se contenta con él. 50 years later, so I nunca puedo salir en su vida. Qué tipo tan fuerte, qué asquerosidad. I don't ever want to get a secretary job. So we're not together with her ever. O con una leche asquerosa, una puerca, una basura, una asquerosidad que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, de lo mi cuida, me hago en mi casa. Que me roban mi vehículo. Que se roban mi dinero mientras le abro las patas a él. Una tipa, una puerca, una asquerosidad, lo peor que hay en este planeta es la ignorancia sobre una basura, una asquerosidad. You can determine the individual sobre esos suaves y una asquerosidad, una bruta asquerosa. No entiende lo que es matrimonio, no entiende lo que es ser mujer. Odia a la gente que lleva violando a What else? What else? You can have the having sort of that are trying to kill me so that you can that is like continuing on my favorite. They are embarrassing. They're stupid. They're stupid. Division that it is what I'm saying has no control of my life and won't have control of my life ever. She's just a stupid leech, una asquerosidad, un embarrassment, even to her parents. So gross. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. She wants to traffic me into. She steals my money so that I talk to her and Benjamin Suarez systems that I have that I love in front of her for her to tell me, no, we don't need you as I despair. I'm the wise guy and we don't need your services. She's stupid. Then they have like a whole list of worshippers of my vagina and I want to see that. So I love her. I really shoes. So I mean, they are poor guys about that. Ew, they're embarrassing. You can it has a competition with me and the girl who will rate me first. This is so soon. You can have to take my siblings. Even Lorenzo Acevedo, Mario Lorenzo Acevedo, and Diego Lorenzo Acevedo, that fake relationship with the baker, with the son that I love, with them. So they have pictures that make them so legit when they were in. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, they have it in the latest one. I'm getting another classified together something. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Wasn't getting the way we were saving money. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. It's another one. This is Digan, Baker se cree que yo cuando trabajo en una fábrica que me voy a convertir en su esclava en la casa because I'm Puerto Rican and he doesn't even know what that means. You can kill him right now. He's stupid. El tipo es un cuerpo una curiosidad. Un embarrassment. Ew, 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 ew. Just because I was talking to him and he might listen that I agree with anything that he does or says. I'm like, well, I just want to think that the stranger at first. I'm like, oh, this vida que se hace pasar, que quiero ser novia de una, but Y daba un asco esa prensa que ellos tienen, no es que los tengan de annoying. They're disgusting. Yo que de gente Marisa Vargas Lorenzo que se quedaban en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roban mi dinero and gets in the way of me receiving money. Not that I get raped. Ella se mamá de obedecerme legalmente, tratando de tener fotos de que he takes her out on dates y que ella no la viola. You know what I'm saying? They fake relationships. They're miserable people, so stupid, always waiting to see if the Obamas will attend to see who out of them will rape on. That's why they band together. They're like, we want to see who we can catch. That's not like being at the supermarket. People are quiet for them to start at the grocery store. They kill millions of people trying to pretend that they're so smart, they're so smart. They're like, what we do, confer, is like being at the grocery store surrounded by people, and people are like, no one at the grocery store speaking out loud about raping. And even if they're thinking it, just the fact that they keep it quiet is amazing. They're like, no, we want people to pay. Ew. They still behave like that 20 something years later, like nonstop on the daily. Okay. No. And they wear diapers all night, se cagan encima también, asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. So that's why he wants to kill me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm looking for a man. Wait to take care of. What else? What else? What else? Oh, this is a pretty girl. This is really pretty. So pretty. What else is this? that I see floral dishes like that reminds me of my mommy. Looks cute too. That reminds me of some pictures that I've taken in 2020. This and I took a picture of this. I took a was walking around like, oh, so pretty, so impressive. Well, I don't know what else to do. I have a picture. So I post on Instagram, give me another video. This is Magdala. I don't want to post of her there. She looks too amazing. Some man said I noticed her. You noticed me, honey. Haciendo serio. Y eso no es envidia, yo prefiero quedarme sola, como con financial stability and the right people. It seems like teenage and ladies and assessors has taken sex with them, they're just animals on top of each other, begging me to kill me so that no one ever finds out how pretty I am. They're disgusting, they're not hairy, they're disgusting. Ew, they're embarrassing. I could never consider them married. They don't even know what a woman is. Like, no. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They rape. That's all they do. They steal money from one so one can't find someone to be happy with. And then they rape. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. What else? What else? I purposely miss comparing the dating one with Taiwan and Jordan Grace. She basically pulled two kids out of her vagina. So that if she steals enough money from me at one point, you know, I would talk to the family. And she would be like, well, let's compare kindergarten grades. Who did better? Let's compare first grade. Who did better? And so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Who? I didn't even know that those kids existed. To me, they're possibly terrorists or dangerous. So I wouldn't ever want to talk to them. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm shooting Kayla Barnes in self-defense one day. Even I just posted on Instagram. My resume, some of my career highlights, a picture of me with Jaden, a piece of art that I stitched, some digital work that I've made. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. Oh my god, I told you what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, um, oh, that 18 or 15 years older than me, raped me when I was 14. It was about cancer. And it's and he it also basically for him to not kill himself and make him. So Johanna drove me, I don't know if that was his mom. He like what I made him feel because I refused her, like that's not my husband. And they put him in a room where he raped me and was not my mom. He got a job twice. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And he got something in my face. I have no replacement here better. Forget what's going on. Like, you're so fo, eso no se dice out loud. They don't get it. They don't get it que eso no se dice out loud. They're weird. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? More. Something about walking. I need to update my resume. What's this? Oh my god! Hi, Jack, my social media. Ew. Ew, you're so cool. Ew, that's an embarrassment. Ew. Lord. What else? Very much. I will see you. they have everyone that stays in my home without permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. I got over that dick when I was 3 years old. Ew, ew, ew. And then until 5 years older. It has never been available to me because the older ones threatened to kill him. And I'm upset. You can decapitate him for his disgusting steals from me. He's tried to rape me with females. They're disgusting. Awesome. You should not near me. In the meantime, I'm right on Facebook. I haven't mentioned anyone that steals from me on Facebook. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? HB to buy food for myself. I ordered to my apartment. Also beautiful. Not tomorrow, so all day my apartment. Hopefully someone gives me my electricity today. And I and wash clothes for myself. No, I'm not talking to David Ledesma who thinks his videos are for him. They're stupid. They surround themselves with people that think that I'm his wife and I'm not, but he gets an impression of that very stupidly. And he's like, oh, that's my baby. They want to have money and this is starving. And he is starving. I'm taking her. I'm taking her to one to give her money now. No, because then she'll be with another man because that is a weird baby that's her hostage. And there's an entity to go on to find out who those people are. Oh, they want to know the Obama something like that. After they met the legal USC by like impersonating me. So they want to know what Chelsea Clinton said about them. Because they spent the past 20 years writing people. They don't know about us and what you that I would be against them. They thought it was a competition of the own can I visit. So they always want to be there. They're stupid, they understand influencing their through their sense of social media, they understand marketing. So now after being people for decades, he wants to know what the internet has to say about him. They're stupid, you can decapitate David Lesnar. I hope he kills himself today. And someone sends me a notice, so I stopped talking about it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else?